Buckeye Nation, what's good? Crazy Dog back on the Buckin' Crazy YouTube channel. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about recruiting for the most part, as over the next few weeks, 6 of the Buckeyes' top recruiting targets will be announcing their college choices. And I know you guys are probably wondering, of the 6, how many of them favor the Buckeyes? I'd say 4 favor the Buckeyes. There's one that's kind of 50-50, and then there's one where the Buckeyes are not looking so good. So I'll get into that in a minute. But before I get into that, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, and there will be more Buckeye content coming as we get closer to the start of the season. So with that being said, let's get into this recruiting talk. As shout out to Buckeye Realm on Twitter for posting this tweet talking about 5 upcoming commitment dates for 5 top Buckeye recruiting targets. Of course, you see the closest one, July 13th. That is when 4-star defensive lineman Jaden Jackson out of IMG Academy in Florida will be committing. And it sounds like the Buckeyes are in a very good spot for him. And then, 10 days later, you have 4-star linebacker Kingston Villiamu Asa from St. John Bosco in California. Again, sounds like the Buckeyes are in a really good spot for him. And then you got 4-star cornerback Aaron Scott Jr. out of Springfield, Ohio. He's committing on July 30th. And for the 3rd straight time, Buckeyes are in a very, very good spot. I think it's down between us and the team up north. And I think we're going to land him and add him to the BIA, Best in America, the Silver Bullets. Yeah. And then you got on August 5th, 5-star safety KJ Bolden from Buford. It's between us and, I believe, Georgia. And this is the 50-50 one. It could go either way. I've heard some people say Ohio State could get him. And then I've seen crystal balls that favor Georgia. So we'll see what happens there. And then finally on August 22nd, 5-star defensive lineman Edric Houston, also from Buford, will be making his announcement. And it sounds like Ohio State is in a good place for him, too. And then just today, Edwin Spillman, 4-star linebacker, will be committing on July 21st or 24th. I don't know. The tweet said 24th, but the graphic says 21st. So I guess it's one of those 2 days. And as you can see, he's down to Tennessee and Ohio State. And unfortunately, this is the one that's not looking so good for Ohio State. Based off of what I've seen, it sounds like Tennessee is going to be where he goes. And honestly, that's not the end of the world. I mean, we got some very good linebackers. And of course, if we get KVA, maybe that takes us out of Spillman's running. But we'll see what happens there. Now, also today, On3 released their 5-star rankings. As you can see, the Buckeyes are featured on this list 3 times. You have, of course, the best receiver in the nation, Jeremiah Smith. You have Justin Scott, who shockingly chose Ohio State out of nowhere. He's, of course, ranked 5th defensive lineman out of Chicago. And then you got at 12, another 5-star receiver, Mylan Graham. And then you see there are also 2 other names that could potentially be Buckeyes as well. Dylan Stewart, edge rusher from the DC area. And then, of course, KJ Bolden. So we could possibly have 4 or 5 names on this list. That's freaking awesome. And then what's also really awesome, Jeremiah Smith was officially named industry #1 overall in the nation, which means over all 4 recruiting sites, he's essentially one of the best. I believe he's actually ranked #2 on all 4 sites, so I guess that makes him #1 overall. Okay. I'll take it. I know there's a lot of teams still trying to, sway him away from the Buckeyes, especially Florida. Yep. Florida's really trying to pry him away, but Jeremiah's even said himself, as long as Brian Hartline and Ryan Day are here, he ain't going nowhere. So, any Gators fans watching, keep dreaming. As far as I'm concerned, he's a Buckeye until whenever. Until he freaking leaves for the league. in a couple of years after he gets here in 2 years. My God, imagine freaking Jeremiah Smith coming in with Aaron Noland. Ooh. Then you're going to have a sophomore Carnell Tate. Ooh. And then a Brandon Ennis. Ooh. Unfortunately, Marvin and Emeka will be going to the league after this season, so they won't be able to play with Jeremiah. But also Jeremiah McClellan, Mylan Graham, the Rogers duo. Yeah, we're not losing anything, that receiver. Brian Hartline is the mastermind of recruiting. Now just imagine, 1 minute, James Laurinaitis becomes the defensive version of Brian Hartline in recruiting. Dude, that would be insane. Now, of course, people are going to come out and say, oh yeah, Ohio State gets all these 5-stars, and yet they can't win shit. Well, a lot of it is just bad luck on our end. Like, we could have beaten Georgia last year if we made the field goal. You know, so many things don't go our way. But we got to put it together on the field. I'm feeling really good about this Buckeye team heading into this season. Of course, people are, doubting Kyle McCord. I mean, the dude's a 5-star coming out of high school. And don't forget, too, he played with Marvin Harrison in high school, so they got that instant chemistry. I'm freaking excited to see what Ohio State can do this year, especially on defense. Our defense is looking nice. We added some pieces in the transfer portal, and we got some really big studs coming back, too. It's going to be fun. I cannot wait to stream Buckeye games. Of course, for now, those streams will be taking place on my main channel. So, should be fun. Now, before I head out, Ohio State earlier today on their football team Twitter page posted this out of context. People seem to think it's uniform related. And I have that hunch too. All grays? Dude, imagine they wear like all grays. Ooh. Some people have a theory that it could be like related to those like wolf uniforms that they wore a couple years ago where they had like the black camo helmet. Ooh. Oh, I am intrigued. I believe the date on the picture there is the Sparty game. I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. It'll be really interesting to see what Ohio State's cooking up. If it's all gray uniforms, we're literally going to be the silver bullets. And I freaking love it. Now, one more thing, just to piss off the haters a little bit. I found this tweet from College Football Report on Twitter. The last New Year's 6 win for each college football blue blood. You see Bama, Ohio State, Oklahoma, Texas, USC, the team up north, Nebraska, and little old Notre Dame. So if you want to piss off any Irish or Wolverine fans, just show them this tweet. It'll piss them off big time. Oh, you're just being a hater. Buddy, I was born a hater. Especially of my rivals. Do you hate Notre Dame? Yeah, a little bit. Especially when we got to play them. That's when my hatred really comes out. It is what it is. What's crazy is Notre Dame hasn't won a New Year's 6 bowl game in my lifetime. The last time they won a New Year's 6 bowl, I was 3 years from being born. Of course, the team up north hasn't won one in like 12 years. But yet, Wolverine fans claim that Harbaugh is their savior and everything. You finally beat Ohio State, 2 straight times, and they don't know how to act. Yeah, they won a couple Big Ten championships. Whoop they freaking do. Penn State won a couple, right? One or two. Sparty even won one. Right? Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? That's nice. But, what did that get you? Yeah, it got you in the college football playoff. But did you win, though? No. And still, to this day, Ohio State is the only Big Ten team to win a college football playoff game. And of course, a natty. Yep, we've been carrying the Big Ten in the CFP ever since it was established. Nobody else can seem to do it except for us. That's just the way it is, I guess. But yeah, with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up. Again, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe. I'm going to try and have this channel surpass my main channel. That would be hilarious. That would just go to show how freaking powerful Buckeye Nation really is. And if you're not a Buckeye fan, still subscribe. You know, I welcome all fan bases. It's just that if you're a rival fan, I'm going to troll the hell out of you. Just warning you now. But yeah, with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. I'm the Buckin' Crazy YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys in my next video, whenever that may be. Might not be until July 13th when Jaden Jackson commits. Who knows? But I'll see you guys later. Go Bucks! OH! I'm out. Ha ha ha. See what I did there? OHIO. The IO being I'm out. Ha ha ha. But yeah. Bye bye.